Hey guys, so this is it. This is the first official episode of my new series on my new book, Create This Book. So first of all, I'm just going to take you through the first couple pages. We have the title page, the copyright page, and then the intro page. And then you come to this page, which is the page that tells you kind of to like decorate the cover and the edges of the book and the copyright page. And then there's like these little stars here that you can color in as you complete each task. I'm actually not going to be doing all of them today, even though this cover is like begging to be decorated. The only thing I'm going to be doing today is the edges of the book. That's a good thing to do first, because once the book starts getting fatter and like different layers start coming out, it's really hard to do that. So I'm going to start with that. Okay, now that that's done, this is a really good page to start, page 4, and it says, create a rule. Make a rule for yourself, follow it on every page in this book, unless it conflicts with the directions. Write your rule in the box provided, boom, and then here's your little rule box here. So yeah, it's kind of like a signature on all of your pages, like a little symbol or something that you do to every page. It's supposed to be like unique and kind of like your little trademark for every page. So that's that. I'm going to do that now. Alright, and we have page 141. Create a paint by number, blah blah blah, and that gives you little instructions on how to do that. And that doesn't mean you have to use paint, it's just what they're called. Hopefully most of you already know what a paint by number is. It's that little exercise that you did in coloring books when you were probably around 8 or so. I don't know, but I'm bringing it back because it's fun. But yeah, it does say color it in or have a friend fill it out for you, but obviously I have no friends with me right now, so I'm gonna do this by myself. Alrighty, so we're on to the next page. This is page 67, and the directions say, create obscure shapes. Fill this page with very unusual shapes. Rule, do not add anything recognizable to this page. Make it purely abstract. And then I've given you a little obscure shape sample right here. So this was kind of inspired by something I used to do when I was younger. I would just kind of like fill up whole pages of entire notebooks with really weird, colorful shapes. I don't know, I think this is like a good warm-up activity because you don't really have to think about it. Just put weird shapes. Don't try to make anything, just make shapes. Go wild, have fun with it. Okay, moving on to page 105. Create nonsensical creatures. Draw or assemble made-up creatures. Cut bits out of magazines and reassemble them, or draw them from imagination. Be sure to name your creatures. And then here's the creature that I came up with, and I'll be coming up with a lot more today. Yeah, I'm gonna be drawing them just because I like to draw, but you could, like it says, cut pieces of magazines and then like rearrange them and put them back together, like different body parts and like facial features, and like make some weird creature out of magazine clippings. But yeah, it's just coming up with little creatures and naming them because that's fun. Okay, page 110. Create a page of emotion. Write about, draw, or attach pictures of at least 3 different emotions here. So a lot of the prompts I give you like different options of how to complete the page, like writing, drawing, or attaching pictures. But that's just to show you that there's multiple ways to do it, but don't feel like restricted to those options. Like, do whatever you want. If you want to scrapbook this page, or if you want to stamp this page, then that's fine too. He wants to say hi. No. So yeah, that's just, I just wanted to point that out because... Okay, and we have page 187, create chaos. Figure out a way to make this page appear chaotic, jumbled, messy, disorderly. That's just words that mean chaotic. To create chaos, you could like literally just like make a mess and like scribble everywhere, or you could cut out stuff and glue stuff on top of each other. What I'm probably gonna do is like make a really busy, chaotic design. So you'll see what that means in a minute. So that's about all the pages that I'm going to do for this episode. So I'm just going to real quick go through and say a little bit more about each one. So this page obviously is blank still. I haven't decorated or anything, and I haven't done half the stuff on here yet. I'll probably do that next episode, but for now all I've done is the edges of the pages, and I just did rainbow with just regular markers. So this page I chose my rule to be add a rainbow heart to every page. So this is my new little symbol that I'm going to be adding to all of my pages, and then I just did this big rainbow thing with colored pencil. This page took me forever. But yeah, I just drew really random shapes and colored them in, and then went back and outlined all of them. And yeah, my hand was like dead after this page was finished, but it looks pretty cool now. I did leave some like empty spaces just for interest. I don't know, I just thought it would be more interesting to do that. If you're wondering why my pages are kind of like shiny like that, I just use this packing tape. It's just clear tape. I've used multiple brands. I think this is like the cheap stuff. It doesn't really matter. But I just put it over the pages to protect them. Sometimes if you use like pencil or something like that and then the pages close and you're drawing on other pages in the book, they can kind of like smudge up your drawings and they don't look so great. I do that with most of my pages, so you'll see that over and over again. But yeah, I did not add my little symbol to this page because that would be in violation of the instructions, because it says like don't add anything recognizable, and a heart is recognizable. So I just stuck with the random shapes and I didn't put my little symbol on this page. And my page of nonsensical creatures, I love each and every one of them because they're beautiful. No, I'm just kidding. I actually do think that they're really cute. They're just like little random creatures that I came up with. This one has got to be my favorite. So what I did for this page, like I said in the intro, the pages are a bit thin. So I wanted to use watercolor, but I didn't want it to bleed through the page, so I just took a separate piece of paper, watercolored all of these, and then I cut them out and glued them on the page. So I think that's one of the options that you have if you're trying to get around the whole like ink bleeding through the page thing. And one of the advantages to doing that is if you draw something and it's ugly and you don't like it, you don't have to put it in the book. You can always redo it if you're kind of a perfectionist. And then I just used my soft pastels for the background. And of course, each one of them has a name, and then I added my little rainbow heart. This page, I don't even know like what kind of style this is. It looks like comic book or like, I don't even know. I just did 4 different faces, and each one has a different emotion. So angry, happy, confused, and bored. Just drew them with this like kind of messy style. And one thing, I didn't add my symbol to this page. I forgot about it, but now this is going to be like the misfit of the book because it's going to be like the only one that doesn't have the symbol on it, and there's no good reason for it other than I already sealed the page and it's too late. And this one, I had a lot of fun doing this. I don't know, I just really liked it. If you still are confused about what a paint by number is, now hopefully you can see. You just draw a picture and then label it with numbers, and then each number will correspond to a color, and you just put a little key somewhere on the book, and then you can either fill it out yourself, or you could just hand the blank drawing to a friend and give them the key and then let them color it in. Of course, I added my little symbol, and it's gonna look slightly different on each page, I think, because I want it to kind of like match with the page. Okay, and create chaos. Ah! No, it actually doesn't look as chaotic as I thought it would. It kind of looks organized, right? I like it as a page. I just don't know if it's exactly what it's supposed to be, but that's okay. I think it looked more chaotic when it was just lines, but then when I added the color, it kind of like came together. I used a colored pencil and pen for this, and I just like did random squiggles and random everything. Sorry, I just got a voicemail. Alright, so that's actually all I have for you, and I think my camera is moving. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for watching this whole video. Bye!